In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Good day, everyone. Nestor Licanto here with another edition of In Full Zoom. And this week we're going to talk a little bit about the impacts of the pandemic on the rise of digital or online businesses. And Jason Salas, our resident tech guru, is going to join me for this interview, provide some much needed support. And our guest today is Hershey Hudtohan, who is the marketing director for Switch Digital Marketing. Have a day, Hershey.
Have a day, Nestor. Thank you for inviting me here. Have a day, Guam, and to all our viewers. I'm Hershey Hudtohan, as mentioned, founder and digital marketing director of Switch Digital.
All right. So first of all, just give us a description of your business. What exactly does Switch Digital do?
Switch Digital is a Guam-based digital marketing agency that offers search engine optimization services, or SEO, Google pay-per-click ads management, or PPC, and website design services.
All right. And so what does that mean to the layman like me? What specific services can you offer to me?
Good question. So like, for example, you have a business, and let's say you have a brand, Nestor, right? And you're offering, like, let's say, newscast. Not a lot of people knows that you do newscast. So if, for example, for a searcher like me, for a customer like me, I search newscast in Google instead of, like, for example, other competitors coming out in search results, it's actually your name that will be in there. That's search engine optimization. You optimize the results, the organic search results in Google, so people can find your business even without knowing your brand. That's how it works. And then Google pay-per-click ads is more of the ads that Google pastes out in the search results. You know, when you search in Google, there's like ads and results under, right? So basically, the organic search results is for SEO and the paid results is for PPC. The importance of SEO for your business, like, for example, if you're a business owner, is if you find something that you find in the first page of search results, will you even go to the second page? Of course not, right? So that's where SEO comes in. That's where we come in. We optimize your business, so even though people who don't know you knows that you're serving that business, knows that you offer that business.
Okay, let's go to least common denominator discussion here. What is SEO?
SEO is search engine optimization. It's basically you're optimizing the website, because right now, digital marketing, for most people, they think that having a website is enough, but it's actually not, because, you know, your website should translate your brand and online and how it looks like, and Google ranks websites. Google ranks websites in a way that, in terms of user experience, in terms of how optimized it is. When we say optimization, it's how your website really offers the information the user needs or the user wants when they do a search in Google. So that's how search engine optimization works. We incorporate keywords, we incorporate content, we incorporate links that makes your website related to the search terms. Like, for example, you search, like I said earlier, newscast. We optimize your website to make sure that your website appears in that keyword without people knowing your brand.
Jason, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Hershey, thank you for joining us. And I'm very, very fascinated in what you're bringing to the table and to the Guam business market, because this is such a fundamental shift in the way that people here that run businesses either exclusively online, or they've got a separate online component from, say, like a retailer or a service industry. Because traditionally, you know, companies would make some sort of marketing plan or like a media strategy, and they've set aside like a certain amount, a budget to put those kind of things together, and kind of like rely on the marketing agency to say, like, you know, this is generally how you're doing, but you're actually ushering in a new era of understanding your analytics and realizing that everything your customers do online can be tracked. And it's funny because you either have to do this not at all or completely do it all the way and understand it. You have to understand the path that people are taking when they're on your website or your app, what they like, what they don't like, and everything. So what are you finding out right now from the local business market as far as like how people are warming up to the whole notion of making data-driven decisions and like really diving deep into your analytics to have a true understanding and insight of what your customers are doing when they're on your site?
Yeah, that's a nice question. Because, like, actually, I have audited like 300 business websites here in Guam, and it is sad to know that not even like 10% of them is actually optimized for search. I mean, they just made a website and then stop from there. It's sad because I see that they're spending money on ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, and it's not even tracked properly at all. I can see it that there's no data behind what's going on. And it's a very costly mistake when you just jump in there without proper steps and proper knowledge on how to do it. That's actually why I'm here. That's actually the reason why I built the business, because I want to be an advocate of digital marketing done right. Like, it doesn't stop when you create a website. There's no enough digital marketing when it comes to when you start it. It should be a consistent effort for you to be there. And COVID just actually cemented that fact that traditional marketing is no longer enough to keep a business alive. Like when business closures happen, COVID, changes a lot of our routines, not just for business, but for personal ones as well. Google actually posted a report that the search results actually increased by 200% when COVID started. And imagine if your business is not online. Imagine if your business cannot be found there. Then your business will be nothing, right? Because right now, if you're not online, your business doesn't exist at all. So that's the importance of digital marketing. And me auditing those websites is actually a great evidence that us, Guam, is actually lagging behind in terms of digital marketing efforts that we're doing for your businesses. So yeah, that's it.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
What guidance would you give to people who they're not necessarily against the concept, but they're like, I've got a website right now. We've got an Instagram feed, we've got a Facebook account and everything like that. I'm seeing a little bit more traction with the social media stuff and everything like that. So I understand having a website is a little bit, just to have presence there is important. But what can you tell people about how critical it is to have your own complete space that you can control, you can shift over time, that you can continue to develop and build based on, how you want to grow your business?
Here's a fact. Businesses that actually have their digital marketing done right actually grows 50% every year. So I shouldn't stop there, but there's a lot of statistics that will prove that a business can improve a lot if they did the digital marketing done right. Of course, businesses knows that a website is essential right now, right? But if you keep like doing advertisements without the data that actually drives where your money is going, it's a costly mistake. Like for example, this is a very good example. Like I was in Philippines, I was in Japan, and I keep seeing ads from Guam. Like, and it's not even a tourism business; it's a gadget business. Like, why am I going to buy a gadget in Guam if I'm actually in the Philippines or if I'm in Japan? That's one main key point. Like you're targeting it wrong. You're wasting your money paying for someone in Japan to buy the gadgets that you're selling, but why am I buying? Why am I going to buy gadgets there in Guam, right? So that's a very essential point. The targeting is wrong. What they're doing is wrong. And the thing is, like, if you want to start something, this is what I usually say with my clients. Like, if you want to do something, you better start it correct and right, because you don't want mistakes costing you like in the middle and keep going back and forth, right? You build a solid foundation, you build a solid strategy in terms of marketing, and then move on from there. You just don't rush your strategy and just move forward. You just don't, because at one point or another there will be a mistake that's in the middle that will just that will make you keep going back.
So Hershey, for say a novice, someone who is not as familiar with the tech as you and Jason, if I'm a businessman and I have maybe your standard, 1 or 2 page website, but you say I need to really invest more in that. So how do you take me from this really very new person to the internet and bring me to where I need to be in terms of digital marketing? Explain a little bit about that process.
First, like for example, if I'm going to present to you a case, I'll do a case study of your business to where you are now from where you can be. I'll show you how much improvement it can be. I'll show you the data. It won't just be like a make around data. I'll give you the data from Google. I give you the data that I got from doing the case study. And from there, you can see how, as a businessman, you know how important revenue is, right? You know how important getting sales is. So from there, I'll show you that what if this revenue, this sales, this foot traffic can actually make your business grow if you just invest this much time and effort into this. I don't think any businessman will say no to that. It's just more of like you just need to be open minded. Like, businessmen, like I have served clients in Australia and United States. They're very like analytics. They're very number driven. They're very results driven. So that's the approach I'm taking. Like it's very important that you show them like what they are now from what they can be if they actually done it right. So that's my approach. And then, like for example, if it's a website design, this is your website right now. I'll actually show them on what a proper website looks like that shows actually their brand. And then from there, they will be like, oh, that's actually better, right? And then knowing, I'll make them realize from the case study that I did that this is how much you're using right now,
Yeah.
right?
And you could actually build the website for them from the ground up.
Yes, I'm actually the one handling everything. The SEO, the SEO, the website. I'm the one doing everything right now.
Yeah. Jace?
Yeah, I was gonna say, since you've done such a thorough analysis and you said you've gone through like 300 websites, and I've been around, I'm one of the older guys, but to remember when Guam's first couple of websites, kind of like popped up and everything like that. Given your analysis, what are some of the trends that you see, or some of the more commonalities, like from the people who have websites, and maybe the things that they get into, or what are the strengths and weaknesses of Guam's web presence right now from the business community?
First and foremost, the website is just created to just say that they have a website. It doesn't necessarily like represents what they want to do, that they want to be found online. They just put it there just so they can put something, oh, we have a website. It's not really something like we have a website and visit us so you can know more about us. It's not about that. And more of this website doesn't really have any content that's useful for the users. So like, for example, I'm searching for a business and what I'm seeing are actually directories, not the website itself, which is bad because what will the directory tells me about your business? You're the one who's supposed to know more about your business, and you're the one who's supposed to tell me about your business as a user, but it's not happening. And then another trend that I'm seeing is that most of these websites are actually created out by outsourced companies. So I think from this third fact, it's actually more convincing why it's happening right now. It's because we don't have one here that's actually in Guam that offers the right services that they need. And, there's a lot of problems that can come up with that, especially if you're not a local. Like what I've been saying, like who else can understand a local business more than a local, right? So that's why I think that's one of the advantages as well that I have started this business, because right now it's very important that these businesses try to level up what they're doing for marketing, especially COVID. COVID is going to stay here. Digital is the new normal right now. Being online is the new normal right now. And businesses just need to adapt and pop that traditional marketing bubble just to move forward. We cannot just stay in their bubble, stay like, drive in, drive to. It's not going to be enough anymore.
Well, let me ask you, Hershey, because this is my next question, right? And this question's like a little bit meta, which is probably like, exactly what you're used to. So given that you're offering these services, which are very, very worthwhile and very critical, and maybe people don't understand that yet, but the marketing of your site and goes hand in hand with the maintenance. There are a litany of resources that are available online already. There are probably some even competitors that can educate people and provide the service to do what they do, what you do. Why should Guam customers consider you to do their business as opposed to finding some online resource, or like a Wikipedia article that they can read, or like a training class and everything?
First and foremost, I'm here in Guam. Like we can discuss your business more thoroughly. We can meet up whenever you want. And we know the importance of having someone face to face that can actually talk to you, that can actually communicate with you. And the another thing is that, yeah, you're correct. There's a lot of online resources out there. But the thing is, it's not a one size fits all strategy. Each business needs its own strategy. Like one might work for KUAM, might not work for a local restaurant, something like that. It has marketing, digital marketing should have a different approach with each kind of business, and that's where we come in. Our business, I might have the strategy for you, but once we met, personally, we discuss more about your goals, what your target are, what are you looking for, what's your goal for this, what are your objectives for this. That's where I come in. Okay, this is how we're going to achieve this. I'm going to present you a strategy that's actually going to cater the needs of your business to meet the goals that you just presented.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
And certainly when it comes to online marketing, this is a long-term relationship because it should last over the lifetime of your website. So is your business model predicated on, you're almost like special forces in the military, right? You go in, you get, you're a force multiplier. You go in, you get a team ready, educate them, get them all qualified and everything, and then they continue on with their business? Or do you actually maintain that relationship over an extended period of time?
Yeah, it's actually more on maintaining the relationship in an ongoing period of time. Because right now, like for example, the most important part in digital marketing is consistency. Like I've been mentioning it throughout this interview that it just doesn't stop there. Because why consistency? New businesses arise every day. New websites arise every day. You might be number one now, but you may not be number one like days after. SEO is more like making you on the top of first search results and staying there. Because it's different when you just stay on top and you fall, right? So you just once the strategy makes you on top, the strategy will more on making you stay there. Just so, the brand is there, you're like the authority, you're like the expert in this kind of field. That's why it's very important that it's consistent and ongoing.
Nestor, I'm sold. I'm good to go.
Yeah. Hershey, I wanted to ask, what are the biggest challenges though, as this digital marketing builds and builds and builds? How do you distinguish yourself from the others? For example, what do you see as the challenges going forward as more companies go digital?
One of the challenge I've been experiencing right now is most of the business are still in their bubble that they have a website and it's enough. They just don't understand the fact that, yes, you have a website, but I cannot find it online. Like when I go there, I see nothing useful for me. So I'd rather go to your competitors. Like, for example, there's business A and there's business B. Business A has a very old website. Business B is a very good website where all the informations are there. Where will you go? I'll go to business B just because they look more reputable. They look that they know what they're doing. They have the information that they need compared to business A that's actually been here, but they're not online, right? They don't have the resources that I need for me to close that sale. That's one of the challenges. And also one of the challenges is that people here right now doesn't really have the knowledge of what the whole digital marketing is about. Digital marketing as an industry is very big. It's not just about website. It's not just about creating videos. It's not just about ads. But the thing is, the most important thing that they're forgetting is it's about being online. It's about you're building your solid online presence, and that's the challenge. How can you advocate? How can you spread that knowledge? How can you spread that information to people that, because you cannot blame them, they don't know that this services exist, right? So yeah, that's one of the challenges I've been experiencing right now, but so far it's been doing good. Like the moment I show them the data, they're somehow pretty sold about the idea, and it's good.
So it's about driving people to your website through stuff like blogs, for example, and other things that keep you relevant, that keep you that draw people to a blog, for example, that will drive them to a website. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, that's very correct. Actually, your business needs to stay relevant. That's the term I'm looking for earlier. Even though like you're let's say you're a very very popular business ever since here in Guam, but your businesses keeps coming up. Like you need to prove that you're still relevant to the new users out there, right? And this strategies, it's very technical. It's link building, like you mentioned, it's creating blogs. It doesn't stop there. These blogs needs to be like high quality because there's Google can actually penalize you if you just copy paste the content in your website. If you just copy paste the blog, so there's this they call like EAT. It's expertise, authority, and trust, which needs to be proven for your website to actually rank in Google search results. So that's the main factor that one of the main factors that will drive those visits. And the thing is, remember that these visits are actually non-brand. So these are keywords, these are actual searches of actual people. So if you don't stay relevant with those keywords, I don't think your business is gonna go anywhere. I mean,
EAT
you
is
might
a
have
very
reached the
important
peak
concept.
now.
I do know that. And anytime you have an acronym that spells out the word eat, I'm in.
Yeah, so that's very important, and it's also about content. Like for example, no matter how big your business is, like no matter how you're the industry lead in a certain like niche or industry, if you don't provide users, or if Google thinks that you're not that expert enough in your field, you're not going to be there.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises Inc.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises Inc.
That's why it's very important that your digital marketing strategy goes on. It always goes back to your digital marketing strategy having good solid foundation.
Yeah. So we got a few minutes left. Jason, any more questions?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what advice would you give to business people out there who are maybe just starting and they're a complete blank slate, and they're not, in that bucket of businesses who say, oh, I've already got a website, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars in land, labor, and capital into it. What about they're completely fresh and they're like, I don't know if I should go the traditional World Wide Web route or if I should go the native mobile app route?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good question because actually those two kinds of marketing goes hand in hand. But if, for example, if I'm going to pick one, I'll choose the World Wide Web route.
Mm-hmm.
First, of course, most businesses, if you're going to start with something, I am 100% sure that they actually started the research already. So my recommendation is actually contact us. Send us a message, we'll help you because it's more of like I'm very willing to educate small businesses that are just starting in terms of how they want the marketing to go. Because for me, it's I've been doing this for 10 years. It's not just about earning money, it's all about like the passion on how you can help businesses. Because like I know some friends personally where their businesses is actually so much affected by COVID. So it has like a personal effect on me. It's more of like, what if these businesses actually have something in backup for their digital marketing? They will still be open right now. They won't even, they won't even need to be closed. Something like that. They don't need to be essential just to keep their business open. And another thing, recommendation is just do it right. Like don't just jump in and just because I know this, I have researched this in Google. Google tells me that I just need to do this and that. No, it doesn't work like that. Spend time on it, research properly. Again, it's not a one size fits all. Determine your goals. That's very important. Know what your goals are for your business. Know how much efforts and resources you can allot for this strategy, and then move on from there.
All right, I got a final question. So what's the future of digital marketing? What's the next big thing in your mind?
Digital marketing is not going to die anytime soon. It will be around for so long that it's actually just COVID just made it jumpstart big. Like it has been for a while now, but COVID just, gave it like a big boost right now. So digital marketing is going to be the new normal. Going digital is the new normal. So businesses needs to be out there. Like if you want your business to be like, if they say Google proof, online proof, COVID proof, go online. Be online and be found online.
All right, Hershey Hudtohan, Marketing Director for Switch Digital Marketing. Fascinating conversation. Thank you so much. And thank you to our resident tech guru, Jason Salas, for joining us in this interview. And my name is Nestor Licanto. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you again next week on In Full Zoom.
Thank you.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.